It feels like something is like the Holy Spirit. You can say that.
Okay.
Something's inside me right now. My mindset was, I need to kill as many people as possible.
September 7th, 2018 in Akron, Ohio, panic set in as 41-year-old Amy Rowan did not show up for work and failed to answer multiple text messages and calls. Terrified, her mother then contacted Akron police, who responded to the concern immediately.
Good evening, officer.
How are you?
Hi.
What's going on?
I think my daughter's missing. Haven't seen her. She went bowling. I dropped her off at the bowling alley. And I think somebody she bowls with, I think, took her down to some friend's house last night and she never came home.
Do you know which friend's house or
They
anything?
live on Thompson. Okay, now, I went down there earlier. The one house, because there's two houses, a brick house and there's a house they're trying to renovate or something. But Kyle and Amber, I think, live in the brick house. And the mother answers the door and she was real snotty. She got upset because I pounded on her door. But Amber and Kyle weren't there. And I asked them where Jordan. Jordan is the guy my daughter's interested in.
Okay.
He lives down the street, but I'm not for sure which house is his.
Okay.
So I came home. When I got home, my phone was ringing, and it was Kyle calling. And she said he hasn't seen her since like 11 o'clock last night when she left down there.
Left their house?
Yeah. So he's been real evasive. He wouldn't give me Jordan's address.
So far, police understand that friends Kyle, Jordan, Amber, and Amy went to a bowling alley together and also had a bonfire. They also believe that Amy walked home from her boyfriend's house at around 1 a.m. The officers then make their way to Kyle's house, where Amy's boyfriend Jordan is located.
Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm looking for Amy.
Yeah, that we're looking forward to. They're just posting on Facebook and everything.
Did you go to the bowling alley last night?
What's that?
Did you go to the bowling alley last
No,
night?
they might have.
Is that Kyle? That's Kyle? Were you down at the bowling alley?
No.
What's your name?
Kyle.
Okay, so you said Amy came to your house last night?
She came to his house last. She came to his house, then she walked us with us to our house last.
And then what?
And then she went home after that. Then she
Left. When she leaves, she goes down here to Congo and makes a left and walks home.
She said she was going. She had to go to work and everything. And then her mom knocked on my door, and my mom called me and said, "Have we seen Amy?" We were like, "No."
Do you remember what time
What time?
she walked from your house to your house, then you guys walked back here? How'd that happen?
Okay. She walked from our house.
Which is right down there.
How'd she get to the bowling alley? Or from the bowling alley to your house?
She got a ride from her friend,
Okay.
one of her friends, and everything. And then she went from her house to walked down to here, walked up our house. Then we walked up here, was hanging out. Then she walked from.
What time did she leave here?
Like 2 o'clock in the morning. That's why every time she leaves, she's like, I'm worried about walking down Congo and everything. So
It was 2 in the morning.
something like that.
After this bizarre exchange with Jordan and Kyle, Jordan later contacts police regarding Amy's whereabouts and unbelievably admits to killing Amy and hiding her body in the basement.
You live here by yourself?
Yes.
Did you have a problem walking us to your house?
Through the house?
Yeah, just so we can say she's not here. So what's up, man?
She was here last night until I can't remember when, but I've been having head problems. Something's wrong with my head. I think about God and the devil all the time. I think the devil's taken over my life, and so I think it's the end of the world and all that craziness, and that's like all I can ever think about. I did kill her last night, and found that bed there, and
Where's she at now?
her body is down in the basement.
We will now delve deep into the interrogation and psychology of Jordan Dehaven. Comment below if you believe Jordan is faking his mental state, or if he is genuinely disturbed.
So with all that in mind, Jordan, can you kind of lead me how it came to be that the cops were at your house today?
Oh, well, they were there to begin with because Amy was missing. And
This was last night?
Yeah.
How did you know Amy?
how did I know Amy? Through Amber and Kyle.
Amber, Kyle?
Yeah.
Jordan, you seem like a real thoughtful guy, man. I only had like half a second to check you. I think you only had like one ticket in your life.
Yeah, I know. The past 5 years, I don't even think I've had a traffic violation. But if you really want to know,
Absolutely. Tell me whatever you want to tell me.
this last couple of years have been a little rough on me.
Yeah.
God's gotten off the sort of spiritual walk, and the devil entered my life, and been telling me to do that. And Something.
I mean, you don't seem like it. You seem like a pretty level guy. You don't have, are you not a druggie, are you?
No.
Alcohol?
I mean, like alcohol.
More than anybody else.
2 maybe a night.
That's not an alcoholic.
No.
Get up, go to work, responsible. You got kids?
Yeah, I got a 3-year-old daughter.
Is she not? Is she with her mother? Or?
Yeah, I was supposed to have her this weekend, but that sucks.
Absolutely. So you killed Amy because the devil entered your life?
That's correct. Absolutely.
And how did you kill her?
I stabbed 3 times in the chest.
Stabbed her 3 times? Where was this in the house?
In the bed.
In the bedroom? And then you put her, did you put her in the basement? Or my understanding was that she was in the basement?
I mean, you do something heinous like that, man, especially the type of guy I am. It was just ridiculous. I don't know, you know. It's just...
Jordan is currently displaying characteristics of somebody who is experiencing religious paranoid delusions. Examples of these delusions would be, demons are watching me, following me, waiting to punish me if I do anything they don't like, or, if I put on my shoes, God will set them on fire to punish me, so I have to go barefoot all the time.
So, I mean, what were you guys doing when you stabbed her?
Well, nothing. I was
Talking?
We were drinking, just laying in bed.
Laying in bed?
And, you know.
Were you thinking about having some relations with her? Is that,
No.
no?
No.
Just laying in bed talking, or
Just laying in bed. And,
you were both clothed?
yeah.
Okay.
She had underwear on and not a top. So.
Okay, so no bra on.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you were gonna have some relations with her, which is fine.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Okay.
I said I was in the mindset of doing that because,
You,
you know,
your mindset was to get her in the bedroom so you kill her?
well, like I said, the devil's pushing me
Yes.
to do that, so.
Okay. So you were at the bonfire at someone's parents' house,
Okay, yeah,
and then you went where?
to my house, all 4 of us.
You, Warren, Kyle, Amber?
Not Warren, just Kyle and Amy.
And then, do you remember what time Kyle and Amber left, maybe?
11:30 midnight.
11:30 midnight? And you said you killed her about 4?
About 4:30.
So what, you guys were just talking that whole time, hanging out, doing whatever?
During the time we were alone, before, I was thinking about it, then I got in my truck and left her there and just went on a drive to hopefully get some air.
Right. And she was cool with that?
Well, she was sleeping. And at this point, we were in the bed until for a half hour there, until 12:30, something like that.
Okay.
And then she probably falls asleep at that point. And I leave because, I was in that mindset.
Could you feel it?
Yes. And so I leave and go for a drive, go to my church. Like I said, my thought was that my pastor had left a knife in the mailbox for me
At the church?
to do that. It's obviously,
You didn't really do it.
I don't know. Well, when I got there, nothing was there. But anyway, like I said, that's the mindset. And so I did that drive, drove for 45 minutes, and got back to the house and I was just pacing my house like, this is just so hard for me to do. There's no way I'm about to do this.
Right.
And so, eventually I just went in the bedroom, grabbed the knife, and got time for her, and she woke up at that point. And stabbed her into the chest.
Okay.
Jordan tells the detective he drove to his local church and collected a knife that his pastor left for him in the mailbox. This may give an insight into his irrational mental state leading up to taking Amy's life.
Yeah, it's pretty awful, Jordan. I can't beat around that.
Dude.
Again, you seem like a real thoughtful guy, man. I mean, have you ever heard anybody else?
This is definitely
You said you had no record.
This is definitely a first, even close to that.
You've had thoughts about violence in the past. You said you've been going through these for a while. Issues or whatever.
I had OBI one time, like 7 years ago or something like that. But
Yeah, that was the only thing I ever saw.
and then since then, there's been nothing. And then, like I said, there's a 2-year spiritual. Last 2 years of my life has been a complete spiritual walk with Jesus Christ and God. And then Satan entered. And this is where we are at now.
Was there one specific event that made the devil enter, you think?
I think so, yeah. After I sold my soul to him, I performed a ritual and sold my soul to him. And I said, man,
Was that something that, I mean, where did you find that
I was
information?
just a stupid.
Like the internet or something? Or a book?
YouTube video.
YouTube video?
So, you know,
What were you supposed to get in exchange for that? Oh, I'm just, you know, I'm just being curious, that's all.
it's the dumbest thing, man. So,
What?
okay, so would you like me to just tell you or kind of break it down?
No, you tell me how you want to tell me. I got nothing to do here,
So
so.
we're going through the spiritual walk here, and I can see that it's not going good. And in my mind, it's almost like Satan is the only one that's going to help me because God isn't there. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to start praying to Satan and see what happens. And then, you know, suddenly things started happening differently. And
Like, you mean like in your life?
in my life, you know. So,
Like you felt like things were going better?
I mean,
Or just the right track?
I don't know about better, but
But you felt more positive about it? Absolutely.
okay, so they say Satan's the deceiver. So even if the whole time you're thinking God isn't there, and then you ask the devil for something, which we'll get to that, then start going right, and you're like, oh, that's Satan. That's the devil right there doing that. When it's probably really not. That's God the whole time. So I looked up the rituals and how to do that, and just performed a dumb little. She was there. Who was where? Amy was there before that ritual. So,
Okay.
and God forbid I put her in that because, you know, not too long after that happened, this is what happens.
You killed it.
So,
So you took it on the basement. I mean, did you go to sleep then, or?
I don't know. I've been awake.
You just been awake?
I've been awake since before that night. All day today, all night last night, and all day the day before. It feels like something is like the Holy Spirit. You can say that.
Okay.
Something's inside me right now.
At some point today, did you think, oh, should I need to move her, or I should go somewhere, or I should do something, or?
Today?
Yeah, I mean, did you just think, oh, at some point somebody said,
Alright, I got you.
knock on my door?
This is what's gonna happen. Today my mindset was I need to kill as many people as possible. That sounds terrible.
Sounds pretty terrible. You're right about that.
That's me thinking that I'm getting reborn into a world and my only way out is through people. Like I'm getting out of here. I gotta just do. But really what it was a fight between good and evil. You know? And if I would have went through with what I was going to or was trying to do, I would have been twice as bad, 3 times as bad.
But you didn't kill anybody else.
No.
And
So,
you know why?
because the guy inside of me, I believe that would be considered as God, whatever you want to say, that the battle between good and evil.
I mean,
Eventually, I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry to cut you off. I mean, did you have some plan on how you were going to do that? I mean, do you have guns,
No.
grenades, or anything in the house, or missile launchers, or anything?
I used to have guns all the time, and I had all sorts of guns, and that was awesome. But now I have no guns because since this has happened, I'm telling my family, and I took the bullet out of the one gun I have, so I couldn't use that, which was amazing. Because if he hadn't done that, something else would have happened tonight.
But today, you were thinking about that you should kill more people, but the good in you stopped that from happening.
I believe so. It was like this, man. It was like this. I was like, text message, boom. And then the next day I'm like, you know what? Killing people. And is that good? No.
No, I mean, not really.
It's not.
I mean, maybe if you were at war,
It's,
if you're in the armed services,
yeah, something like that.
or as a police officer, sometimes people feel protecting other people.
I can see that. I can see that completely.
Was there something special about Amy that made a trip in your head, or you think you were just on a course and she happened to be the one?
No, I didn't target her for any specific reason.
Okay.
There was no singling out there. I had told her before that I felt a spiritual connection to her for some
I mean,
reason.
so were you guys like dating or seeing each other, or you just talked to her occasionally? I mean, what was your level of interaction?
relations, and
Okay.
she would come over 3-4 nights a week.
Talking on the phone, hooking up. She come over. And that was about it.
Yep.
Then when you said Amy was in the ceremony, she was physically there?
Yeah, I asked, and I knew I was going to do this. I asked, they were all there, Kyle, Amber, and Amy and I.
You had this spiritual,
It was a ritual.
Ritual.
I wrote out the little contract with you still on your shoulder, Satan.
and those two and Amy? No, just Amy.
Kyle and Amber had no idea about that.
Oh.
I had Amy write out the contract.
Oh,
I was like, I might mess something up, but you're going to sell your soul to Satan. You better write it.
I mean, I guess obviously she was cool. She was cool with it. Or she went through with it.
It was difficult to bring up to her, but she didn't run away, which was
Right.
crazy to me. Now,
Did you keep the contract?
I looked at it and I burned it. I thought that was part of the ritual. So
Oh, okay.
we read it and we did this chanting thing, and I was sitting there naked, which is a great image for you.
I'm gonna skip that part. You're right.
I said all this stuff, and then I cut my thumb here. Look, that's how recent it was. These are the cuts from that.
Okay. You said you found it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was called?
I'm
just curious.
There was a couple different videos that I watched. One was it was called 3 a.m. Challenge. Before this happened, the night that happened, I asked Amy to come to church with me next Sunday. And it's just, oh man.
It's a weird road to get there. I can't deny that.
Yeah.
I've sat in this room for like 7 years talking to people about all kinds of stuff. No doubt about it.
Due to his mental health, Jordan was not capable of standing trial until January 2020. Jordan then pleaded guilty to the crime and was then sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole in 20 years.